Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT and welcome to an MLB The Show 18 video. Today, we're going to do something pretty interesting that you are allowed to do in MLB The Show franchise mode. It's a feature they add in their franchise mode, or give you the option to add into your franchise mode, that other gaming platforms or sports gaming platforms don't give you the option to do. So today, we're going to see what would happen if past MLB legends were in today's MLB. And you can do this if you're unfamiliar with MLB The Show franchise. You can do this directly from the franchise feature. So it's going to be awesome to see where these players end up, to see how they do, see how they would affect the teams in the MLB, and to see if some of the past legends would do good in today's MLB. So hopefully you guys do enjoy today's MLB The Show video. If you do, make sure to drop a big thumbs up. If you have any more ideas like this, let me know in the comment section below to have a chance for you to be featured in an upcoming video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. Also, hang in there, merch, top of the description box below. Getting so close to our goal of shirt sales. Go buy a shirt if you haven't already to support a great cause. Every dollar earned from the shirt sales going directly to charity. Also doing a big console giveaway over on my Instagram account. Go follow it on Instagram, or go follow me on Instagram. Top of the description box below as well. As soon as we do hit 10,000 followers, that's when I am going to be doing the console giveaway. With that said, let's jump into today's video. Long intro, RBT over with. So if you go to start new franchise, I guess you can just use current rosters, and I'm just gonna, I guess I can just pick a random team. Who had the worst record in the MLB last year? I don't know. I'm just gonna look away and select a team. The Phillies. Hi. So we're gonna advance, and then right here is what you want to do. You can allow legend free agents, which says when on, legends will be available to sign from the free agent pool. When off, legends will not be present in the mode unless they were previously signed to a team roster that was uploaded for the mode. So if I do this, this is going to be a ton of legend free agents, and we're going to see where they end up throughout the MLB and see how they affect the teams and see if any of them can have great years. So we're going to advance, and I guess we can just have this on auto manage, because I want to see if the Phillies actually, I don't want to like mess up the Phillies potentially sign them a free agent. So if we keep this on auto manage, I guess they will also potentially sign a free agent. Starting spring training, and let's go over the free agents that are available in franchise mode. Some pretty good ones, man. Look at all these players that are going to be signed by MLB teams. There is a lot. The lowest, okay, that's a lot more than what I expected. They even start with, how's a legend a 78 overall? Okay, that's a little extreme. But the big legends, we're going to sim a couple days. We'll sim through spring training and see where these guys end up. Like, how hilarious would it be if, like, Babe Ruth signs with the Red Sox and Ted Williams signs with the Yankees? But anyways, starting off, the 99 overall ones, King Griffey, Vita Blue, Tom Seaver, Joe Morgan, Bob Gibson, Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Johnny Bench, Mike Schmidt. Those are all the 99 overalls. Now, going to the 90 overalls, Fergie Jenkins, Nolan Ryan. How is Nolan Ryan not a 99? Mike Piazza, who's now a 97. Now dropping down a little bit in overalls, Roberto Alomar, Albert Bell, Yogi Berra, Dennis Eckersley, Vladimir Guerrero. One of my favorite players to watch of all time. Bob Feller, Alkaline. Hopefully I'm not saying some of these names right. Some of the older guys, I can't pronounce all their names correctly because I'm an idiot. Chipper Jones, you have Don Sutton, Gary Carter, Jeff Bagwell, also another guy I loved watching, Billy Wagner, Bruce Sutter, Tony Gwynn, Willie McCovey, you have Frank Thomas, Roy Oswalt, and you guys see the rest, Raleigh Fingers, Ron Sandberg, and Andre Dawson, George Brett, Eddie Murray. It's just awesome they have this feature for their own franchise mode. Like Madden, other gaming platforms need to do something like this. Edgar Martinez, one of the best DHs in history, Luis Gonzalez, who actually went to my college, pretty awesome, Will Clark. And you guys can see the rest. Any actual Cal Ripken Jr. obviously the big one to highlight. Jim Edmonds, Eddie Matthews, Ozzie Smith, Robin Yount, Wayne Boggs, Reggie Jackson's only an 89 overall. That seemed a little wild. Harmon Killebrew, Ernie Banks, Kenny Lofton, Omar Vizcael, Benito Santiago, Jim Rice, Willie Stargell, Lee Smith. You guys get it. Jason Giambi. Just some incredible players. Wish I could highlight them all, but that would take 25 minutes of the video. Johnny Damon's also a legend as well. Crazy. Now, boys, let's just go ahead and sim to the regular season and see where some of these legend free agents end up. So that was fast. So let's see if we can go by roster and see where some of these guys ended up. So we didn't sign anybody, unfortunate for the Phillies fans. And Cubs didn't sign anybody. Where did the free agents go? Hello? Why didn't they sign? Why did nobody sign the free agents? So to sign these guys, that might be why. That might be why, because they are asking for a lot of money. Like 31 mil per year. So possibly, nobody can afford that. So that makes things interesting. So I think what I'm going to have to do, I didn't think about that aspect of it. Is it an option for me to turn the budgets off? If it doesn't give me that option, what we're going to have to do is send them into the next season and allow them to sign them like in the off-season free agency, because aside from that, I doubt they'll be able to sign them because they cost so much money. Because nobody at this point in franchise mode has that much money. So what I did have to do is sim to the end of the season. As you guys see, the Cubs won the World Series. They beat the Indians. So now let's advance into the off-season and see if they finally sign some of those legends, because if they don't, the teams are dumb. So we've made it all the way to the next season, and I did see some of those free agents finally did sign with teams. So apparently you do have to wait until the next season before they actually get signed, because their teams don't have enough money to sign them. But I saw some big contracts. Now since I do have this on auto, maybe we signed some of them ourselves, maybe? No, we didn't. Too bad for Phillies fans. So let's go to the other teams and see where some of these legends ended up. So the Cubs, they didn't sign any legend, it looks like. And also, I did see in offseason, some of those legend free agents, they dropped in overall because player morale is a big thing in franchise mode. Like if a player is a free agent or if they get traded, they drop in overall because their player morale goes down. But eventually, if they do okay, it does bump back up to what it's supposed to be. So I saw I think Nolan Ryan was down a 90 overall, just for example. So the next team, the Reds signed Mike Smith, 99 overall. That's the first big one. I wish I could see their contract from here, but apparently you can't. The Brewers signed nobody. The Pirates are the team that signed Bryce Harper. I know he's not a legend, but that's wild. The Cardinals signed Yogi Berra, so Yadier Molina is no longer a Cardinal, or no longer be the starting catcher for the Cardinal. The Diamondbacks don't sign any legends, so it looks like the teams with the more money are the ones that sign the legends, because the teams with the lower budgets obviously can't afford them. So that's kind of crazy, although the Pirates signed Bryce Harper, so that's insane. The Rockies don't sign any legends. The Dodgers do sign a legend reliever, 88 overall. You have the Padres signed Bob Feller, 93 overall, and Eric Gagne, who is, I'm not sure if he played for the Padres. I know he played for the Dodgers. I'm not sure if he actually played for the Padres. He might have, or I could be mistaken. That's two legends for the Padres. You have the Giants, who didn't sign any legends. You have the Orioles signed Bruce Sutter and Orel Hershiser, who is a former Baltimore Oriole. So they have two guys they added to their pitching staff. The Red Sox actually didn't sign any of the legends, which is crazy. You have the Yankees didn't sign any legends. So where did Babe Ruth go? Orlando Cespedes goes to the Rays, and Larry Doby, who's all the way down to a 77, signs with the Rays. You have the White Sox signed Dave Steeb. The Indians signed Johnny Bench and Lee Smith. You have the Tigers signed Roy Oswalt and Rafael Rodriguez. The Royals signed Fergie Jenkins and Mike Piazza. You have the Twins signed Rich Gossage, that is, and Tony Perez. Where is Babe Ruth and some of the bigger legends? Phil Niekro signs with the Angels, so does Doc Ellis. Babe Ruth signs with the Oakland A's, the team that is notorious for their low budget, signs arguably the greatest player of all time. Insane. Don Sutton and Bert Blyleven to the Mariners, Jeff Bagwell to the Rangers, Bob Gibson to the Astros, Tom Seaver to the Braves, Vita Blue, Luis Esparcio, and Johnny Damon to the Marlins, Nolan Ryan and Billy Wagner to the Nationals. That starting rotation, Nolan Ryan, Steven Strasburg, and Max Scherzer. Although they did lose Bryce Harper, they're my pick to win the World Series with that rotation. You have the Mets sign Dennis Eckersley and Jim Palmer. You have the Phillies. We actually did sign a legend. I'm dumb. Ron Guidry. But I feel like there's some legends that are still out there. Look at some of these legends, man, that are still available. King Griffey, Ted Williams, Joe Morgan. Our team's actually dumb? Our team's actually dumb. So I guess this is probably going to turn into like a multi-year thing. So what we will do is send to the end of this season, and then probably do another season to see if like some big legends like King Griffey and Vladimir Guerrero and Ted Williams can actually find a team. So the end of this season is upon us, and I want to see if any of the legends won some awards. They didn't win. The National League MVP goes to Cody Bellinger. The AL MVP goes to Giancarlo Stanton. Clayton Kershaw wins the NL Cy Young. Corey Kluber wins the AL Cy Young. So do they count as Rookie of the Year by chance? They don't, actually. Wow. So do they, not play? Cubs win 99 games. The Dodgers go 111-51. The Nationals only won 88 games, although their pitching rotation was disgustingly good. So it looks like the Astros won 100 games too, but the Dodgers, who I don't even think signed a legend, won 111 games. So league leader-wise, did any legend, not even do good? Where are the legends at? Did the legends actually die? So the best legend in the NL was Mike Smith, the 287 batting average, and Johnny Damon had a 286. The legends are actually super underwhelming. So how about in the AL? Okay, so Babe Ruth hit 43 home runs and batted .311. So at least that shows you what Babe Ruth would do in today's MLB. Is Mike Piazza batting .277 with 31 home runs? Insane. Larry Doby batted .275. But what's wrong with the legends? Why are they not good? Mike Smith hit 35 home runs, batted .287. And Yogi Berra at 28 home runs, batted .271. This shows you the legends wouldn't even necessarily do that good today. In the AL home run, Babe Ruth, like I said, hit 43. Larry Doby hit 32. Mike Piazza 31. Tony Perez hit 30. And Orlando Cespedes hit 26. And Jeff Bagwell hit 253. In terms of the pitchers, at least we have some decent legend pitchers here. Oral Hershiser 16-9. Don Sutton went 16-8. ERAs weren't even that good. Catfish Hunter only went 13-4. Did have 2.76 ERA. Phil Niekro 13-12. So pretty freaking underwhelming. In the NL, Tom Seaver went 14-11. Bob Feller and just these guys. Even Vita Blue, I think he's, what is he at 98? 6 overall, went 12-12. What is Nolan Ryan won 10 games for the Nationals with a 98 overall. I mean, I guess there is that argument that the legends, if they played in today's MLB, wouldn't do that well, but still, the Red Sox do beat the Dodgers in the World Series, and I guess what we need to do now is I guess we can do one more year. But what I will show you is some of the biggest signings out of free agency. It pops up like this. Garrett Cole, not a legend, but does sign with the Dodgers. We'll skip that. Ted Williams finally gets signed to a 7-year, $164.5 million deal to the Cubs. Ted Williams to the Cubs, insane. Billy Hamilton, not a legend. Anthony Rendon, not a legend. Marcell Ozuna, not a legend. Where are the legends? Ken Griffey Jr. finally, of course, he gets signed by the Cincinnati Reds to a 9-year, $207 million deal. Tony Gwynn finally gets signed by the Rockies to a 4-year, $110 million deal. Albert Bell gets signed by the Braves to a $100 million deal. Anthony Rizzo, that's not a legend. They're still not getting signed. There's still some insane free agents, man. Joe Morgan, Jackie Robinson, Vladimir Guerrero, Roberto Alomar. Teams are dumb for not signing these guys. Chipper Jones is dropped to an 84 overall. So I guess this time around, man, what we do is sim once again. And I guess that's all we can do. This might be the last sim, so this video isn't like 8 hours long. But I just find it insane that past MLB legends won't even necessarily get signed in MLB The Show and in today's MLB. So the end of the final season of today's video, in the NL, still not a legend, didn't win the MVP. Now Babe Ruth is freaking smashing. So at least MLB The Show thinks if Babe Ruth was in today's MLB, he would destroy. That is an incredible year. One of the best years I've seen in recent history in the MLB. 356 batting average, 59 home runs, 138 RBIs. Mental. Now the song, finally, somebody, a legend, Tom Seaver, 20-7, 232 ERA. Chris Sale won it in the AL. Now, batting title, of course, goes to Babe Ruth. Reliever of the year, Billy Wagner, 53 saves for the Nationals. And Andrew Miller for the Red Sox. I guess somehow he ended up back on the Red Sox. Standing-wise, the Braves actually won the National League East. I mean, some of the legends did definitely help them out. The Cubs won the NL Central. They did sign Ted Williams. The Dodgers, let's see who had the best record. The Red Sox, looks like they had the best record in the MLB. And they didn't even win, they didn't even sign a legend yet. Well, pretty much that experiment was a fail. I guess in conclusion, Babe Ruth is the only person that really does anything good at all. Tom Seaver is pretty good too in year number 2. apparently it takes the legends like 2 years to actually acclimate themselves to coming back, well, some of them coming back to life, resurrecting, and then playing again in the MLB, because for year number 1 wasn't that great, except for Babe Ruth. He was pretty good. And then number 2, half of them don't even get signed. So apparently MLB The Show thinks they're not even good enough to get signed. So anyways, hopefully you did enjoy that video for whatever reason. If you did, make sure to drop a like. Let me know if any more MLB The Show experiment type videos you do want to see. Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe if you are new. Turn on the notification bell if you haven't. But with that said, I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless and peace.